way of sort of acting beyond this masjid. I've seen many people turn around, literally like complete turnaround in their life. And inshallah ta'ala, as the days progress, as the hours progress, you will see how remarkable this journey will be for you. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Brother Gulfam. For many of you, for any of you who don't know Brother Gulfam, he's one of our senior amirs of the organization here, and he will inshallah start with taking us through some of the house rules, and I will also sort of chip in as well as to some extra things that which we need to cover. So over to yourself. Oh, I think he's got a microphone for you. Actually, you should take this.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala anbiya. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursaleen. Wa ala alihi wa ashabi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even though we can't really thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the way He deserves to be thanked. It's only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself who can actually praise Himself the way He deserves to be praised. So we can try to our ability in a really weak manner, people like myself. We thank His most beloved Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam for giving us the ultimate guidance for success in this world and obviously the hereafter. We thank our Mashaykh for this endless ocean of knowledge that they are bestowing upon us. And we thank all our ustads and all the people who you probably won't see that are working behind the scenes, trying to make things easy for all of us during this retreat. So, alhamdulillah, I'd like to welcome all of you. Really, you are the guests of the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are going to try to serve you to the best of our ability, inshallah. But we human beings will fall short. Do correct us at any time when you think there's rectification needed, inshallah. But we'll have certain people who will be assigned to you individually, inshallah. That'll be your main contact point. So if you have any problems, any issues, anything you need to discuss, this will be your person to contact. So inshallah, we'll introduce you to them people during the course of the evening, inshallah. So obviously, as you're aware, mashallah, our teacher, as a Sheikh Ahmed Tabbaq, they are here for our spiritual guidance. So any admin matters or anything related to these things shouldn't be discussed with them in any way, because there's responsible people to deal with these things, inshallah. So just a touch on what most of you are given in the form of text message. So you have this mindset which you've probably developed over the weeks, that we advise people to really free themselves from any, work commitments, household duties, so they can actually, while they're here for this period of time, they can focus on the purpose they've come to achieve. And obviously, being really serious and 100% committed to, inshallah, what they're going to try to achieve. And one of the important things on the message was to actually amend your relationship with your relatives and people who you might have had any shortcomings with. Most of you probably have done that. If you haven't, you will still have an opportunity when it's your free time. Call somebody, because this actually can become an obstacle in this path. So, put yourself, sometimes it's difficult, put yourself down with the intention to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and maybe ask forgiveness from people who we may have wronged knowingly and unknowingly. Also, as we said, try to obtain from the sins of the organs, which you probably try to do as well. On the message, it mentioned that you'll be requested to hand in your mobile phones. The reason we actually put this on, because it's been tried and tested, those who actually handed their phones in, they benefited a lot more from the ones who last time we give them the opportunity to actually keep their phones with them, but use them only in at specific times. So inshallah, we're going to give you a testing period for about 24 hours, inshallah. The only thing we request is during the sessions and important matters, keep your phones in your pocket and switch them off if you can, but definitely on silent, no vibrate or ringtone. And then use them as you think is necessary at appropriate times, inshallah. And then after 24 hours, we'll see how you get on. And then, inshallah, we'll get the confiscation squad in.
One observation that I have made over the many retreats and during the month of itikaf is that, first and foremost, we come to these retreats in the house of Allah to seclude ourselves from the dunya. But the problem is, instead of cutting ourselves from the dunya, we bring the dunya with us inside the masjid through our mobile phones. And I've seen many people who are extremely distracted by their phones because they've still got work emails and messages or whatever else is going on their social media, distracting them. And during sessions, I've seen people have to leave because they've seen a message and they need to make a phone call. So really, these rules, they're not applied strictly due to obviously various reasons. They are there for our own benefit, and it would be beneficial if we do try and adhere to them, that if you don't have to hand the phone and just go and put it away in your bag somewhere or just switch it off completely, and you'll find that that minimal distraction will be hugely beneficial for you, inshallah. Announcement for a vehicle to be moved. I presume it's blocking somebody, and it's a blue Renault, registration MW57HTN. I repeat, a blue Renault MW57HTN. Whoever that belongs to, if you can quickly sort of see to that and get it removed, please.
Just on the point that Honourable Brother Zafar mentioned about the phones, actually don't go and put them in your bags. Keep them on you, but keep them off. Because obviously the management don't take responsibility for anything that goes missing. If you want to hand any valuables in, you can hand them to the appropriate people who, inshallah, you'll be guided towards. But try not to keep any valuables or your phones in your bags or even on charge, unattended. Because it happens, things can go missing because the mosque is open 24 hours and we have, anybody could walk in. So inshallah, try to keep them on you. And then after 24 hours, then we will review and then we'll see, inshallah. So, alhamdulillah, many of you have been here before, so you're familiar with the layout, inshallah, where the main wuzu khana is at the back there with the toilet facilities. There's one area just at the bottom of the stairs as you go up, the double doors, that's where the showers are. So you've not got the strict ruling of itikaf where, you can't enter certain boundaries. So the shower area is there if you need to. But like we saw last time, there was long queues from the bottom of the stairs to the top of the stairs because most people woke up at the same time wanting to do ghusl. So if you want to do it, try to get up earlier so you're not waiting at the top. I've seen some people that were actually still in the queue while Zuhur was going to happen. So, try to time it if there's a need, inshallah. Obviously, one important point, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from any calamities and these kind of things. If for any reason we have to evacuate the building because of fire or anything like that, there's a designated collection area in the car park where we'll all collect if we need to leave. And there's fire exits on each floor. So if you're upstairs, they'll be signposted. In the basement, they'll be signposted. And then make your way to that area if there is a need.
Can I have a show of hands of which brothers are here for the very first time? So, okay, quite a few actually. Good.
As some of you are aware that there's a lot of spiritual experiences and muraqabahs that are going to be taught, and one of them is actually the spiritual prayer, the spiritual salah. And obviously for that, many people before the actual Farz Jamaat or the Sunnah they're going to offer, they'll need to sit in this prayer area for about 10-15 minutes before the namaz to focus on certain things that they'll be actually trained to do. So we have to adhere to this, very important. Especially at that time, in this main hall, there should be complete silence, not even whispering, because people can get distracted quite easily. And obviously there's etiquettes of the main prayer area as well in the Jamaat Khana. Other times, we advise people not to talk in the Jamaat Khana if there's no reason to do so. If you need to, for any reason, then please just go in the corridor area, discuss what you need to discuss with whoever, and then make your way back. So please try to, sometimes we become heedless and we forget that we're in the Jamaat Khana and the etiquette. So try to, inshallah, refrain from actually talking unnecessarily here, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, as you see, mashallah, we have guests who have come all the way from Morocco, our Honorable Dr. Aziz, and even from Malaysia, Dr. Ilyas Sahab, people from all over the world are benefiting. So obviously there's certain areas that are allocated for these international guests, one being the basement area. So obviously most of your luggage is in a certain room downstairs. So please only use the basement just to attend to your luggage or whenever you need to bring your bedding up and take it back down. So the wuzu facilities and toilet area downstairs is just for them guests. Alhamdulillah, we've got many toilets and wuzu facilities upstairs. So please try to avoid using the basement area and give preference to our guests, inshallah.
Just on that point, there are always going to be certain points where the wuzu hanas are going to be very busy. And if you you'll know what times are good to avoid busy. Obviously, things like before Isha, just before Fajr are normally busy times. So if people who hate waiting in queues, try and avoid going around those busy times. And also, as part of our sort of etiquettes and adabs of going to using these facilities, please try and ensure that you sort of keep these facilities as clean and as tidy as possible in terms of not splashing too much water around and cleaning up after yourself, because it's not very nice if somebody's gone into the toilet after you and you've sort of left it in an unclean manner, and also you've not replaced anything like the toilet rolls. If it's finished, many people when they go, they just, if it's finished, it's finished. They don't bother replacing it. So these are little minor things which are quite sort of good etiquettes that we should really bear in mind, inshallah.
Yeah, jazakallah. The other few things, inshallah, as you see, most of the salahs will be led by our honorable teacher. So inshallah, what we request is the walkway that comes from the door to the actual imam's area. If you can leave that vacant just before the prayer time, so it's easier for them to access, inshallah. Secondly, inshallah, at a certain point, you'll be able to see and visualize what's behind the blessed curtains there. So what we'll advise people is please kindly not to lean against the curtains, not to hang the jubbas and cloths and everything on them, and also on the mimbar, because the mimbar is actually attributed to the Prophet ﷺ, so we should give it that honor and respect. So don't leave your clothes just hanging there or your unnecessary things, inshallah. And if you can, even try to avoid using them cushions. If anybody, obviously everybody was asked to bring their own bedding and things like that, but if there's any need, inshallah, we'll try to arrange.
That goes for even the rest of the prayer hall. Many times you'll find people have scattered their socks in one corner here and another item of clothing abandoned in another part of the masjid. So please be very mindful of these things, because it's not just ourselves who use these facilities. It's the local masjid. People from this locality also come here and use this masjid. So it's good sort of etiquette and manners to be able to ensure that we don't display this sort of practice.
Yeah. Also, the table there as well and the chair. Avoid sitting on the chair or placing things on that table as well, inshallah. Then, obviously, one of the important things for all of you is the food. So there'll be specific times, inshallah, that the food will be served upstairs, inshallah. If for any reason anybody has any dietary needs which we've not been informed about at the moment, inshallah, you'll be able to mention to the responsible person that you'll be told as your contact point, and we'll try to facilitate, inshallah, around that. The other thing is, obviously, you'll be given specific material which is very precious and very valuable to those who actually understand how much effort has been put into these things. So obviously, you'll be given these and you'll put your name on them. But kindly do have the adab and etiquettes for so after the session, go and place them back in your bags or something, and don't leave them. We've seen it, Brother Zafar, in them plant pots and on the windowsills and things like that. So actually, once you've actually finished the session, and then inshallah you can go and place them in your bags or whatever you need to do.
I mean, a lot of time has gone into preparing this material for you. And the whole purpose is that you take it away with you, you look after it, and it's there for your personal study outside of this retreat. So I sometimes find that people have left the retreat, but they've left their material behind. So it defeats the whole objective of having come here and not taking the resources that have been prepared for you. And even if you do take them home, they're there to be studied, not to put on a shelf and let it gather dust.
Inshallah, then the other second important thing probably for people is sleep. So that'll be allocated at specific times as well. We'll mention, because the itinerary inshallah will be mentioned as we go along, and you'll be notified about any changes to any program or anything. But inshallah, there'll be specific times that are given for rest. So this is very important because some people actually don't understand. They might not be feeling tired themselves and they might go into a chat mode, but they don't realize the brother next to him is probably being disturbed by this person sleeping. So that closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala you were thinking of getting, you might actually lose it by actually violating the rights of the brother next to you. So this is why we say at the resting times, please kindly try to rest. If you're not feeling sleepy, lie down, but have consideration for others so they can actually rest during that time as well.
If you don't sleep at the allocated times, then one of the biggest problems is that you will be actually suffering during the sessions in the day. You won't be able to concentrate because you'll be tired, you'll be drowsy, and again, we actually speak from experience that we've seen it happen many times where people at the times when they're supposed to be resting, they're not resting. And as Brother Gulfam said, they also tend to disturb others as well, and that also has a great impact for them during the day because they will be unable to learn simply because they are too tired. So it's very important. And whilst on the matter of sleep, this is on this retreat, we've come out of our comfort zone. And please don't, especially for the benefit of the new people who may have never have come to a masjid before, who may have not slept on the floor for a long time. It is quite a tough experience if you haven't done it for a long time, and it may take a little bit getting used to. There's going to be times where if nobody's allocated a certain place, but try and sleep a place where you've been allocated, but sometimes you may be expected to move. So just bear that in mind, and bear in mind that also that there's lots of new people that you don't know what other people's sleeping habits are. You're going to hear all sorts of noises at night. You're going to hear tractors, aeroplanes, trains. So just bear that in mind. It may even be yourself. So just you will suffer some inconvenience as long as you come prepared with that in your mind, that this is not going to be as comfortable as being at home in your own private space. And we need to show more compassion, more patience with our brothers, and also increase our own tolerance threshold for the minor inconveniences that you may suffer. Jazakallah.
Yeah. As the main hall area upstairs is going to be used for serving the food, so obviously there'll be allocation made for resting and where you're going to sleep. So inshallah this will be mentioned closer to the time. So we request at that time that everybody does it in an orderly manner, inshallah, and there'll be brothers there to assist, inshallah. But what to do, because especially the upstairs hall, because it's going to be used for serving the food, then we request the brothers, to neatly tidy their bedding, take it back to the basement area, so it's easier for the brothers to actually set down the dastarkhan and prepare the food for you guys, inshallah. And then obviously one of the most important things now is obviously there's going to be a very intense schedule, and for us to benefit, obviously we've come with this intention that how intense it is, for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we'll try to stick to it as much as possible. So this is what we ask you, whatever is announced, for example, if we say the next session is going to start in half an hour or something like that, everybody should be ready in that hall to participate. So really, we should be waiting for the teachers and ustads to come. So it shouldn't be the other way around, that the ustad is here or actually started and then we walk in at our own pace. So it's very important that the schedule that's announced by Zafar throughout the day and night, inshallah, stick to that, inshallah, so you can benefit more.
On that point, a lot of these, not a lot, all these ustads have given up their time voluntarily to be here, to be with you, to teach you. And as Brother Gulfam says, it's extreme bad sort of etiquette if they're here ready to lead a session and either we are late or we're hanging around upstairs or we decide to go and abstain from the session. They are here, they've taken their time out, a lot of effort has gone to preparing these sessions, so the only way to benefit is by participating with full mind concentration and not in a state where you're distracted or tired.
Yeah. So another thing, inshallah, is that obviously there will be many people here, some are actually not arrived because they were stuck in traffic or for whatever reason. And it can get quite warm in this room, and that's why you see Zafar is prepared, he's got his woolly on. So
it can get cold. It can get cold in here.
So inshallah we'll be using the air conditioning, especially during the session times but we'll try to keep this one off, especially when presentations are happening. So those people who feel extra cold, they can come and sit on this side. And then obviously if the session is near the curtain area, then we'll try to do it the opposite way. So bear with us, because some people do get warm, and we'll try to make it as comfortable. Yeah, we'll try, inshallah. But if you feel cold, just bring a jumper or chadar, and you inshallah, so you don't get distracted. And then obviously we have our elderly people, mashallah, and you see that they're going to need the chairs. Last retreat, I think we had the elderly, mashallah, who were mujahids, they were sitting on the floor, and our young kids, all of them, for some reason, I don't know whether they're football injuries or whatever.
And I also noticed there's less chairs this time.
We've actually put less on purpose, because last time there was about 30, so everybody moved to that chair area. So inshallah, if you don't really need chairs, it's actually good etiquette, especially in a majlis of learning and teaching, to sit. Inshallah, Uncle Iqbal Sahab, they've got spare cushions, especially for those guys who might need them as well.
Which you'll be hiring out at a reasonable rate, no doubt.
Yeah, so if you don't really need to sit on a chair, then try to. If obviously you do at a certain point, then there'll be a few places at the back. You can go and sit there, inshallah. So inshallah, the ustads, inshallah, they'll be introduced after Maghrib, inshallah, because then after their introduction, they'll go into actually more detail about the spiritual retreat and the intentions and these kind of important things, inshallah, that a person really needs to put in his mind. Like we said, this is not a retreat or session where it's theoretical, where you're actually trying to learn something and ask so many questions, why, when. It's actually more practical. So you listen carefully to whatever is being taught and try to act upon it, so you can actually benefit from it. Because look, what a great favor Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of hundreds and thousands of people, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has actually blessed yourselves and myself as an individual to actually participate in such a retreat. Some brothers have been here before, and inshallah when you interact with them you'll understand what I mean, that how a person can benefit. Because really the benefit really comes when a person at least has these three things in mind, which was mentioned the other day by the teacher. Because you have to have the right mindset. Because if I come to this retreat thinking, I am something, quite honestly, then you're not going to get much. You might actually get nothing. Yeah. So some people they have knowledge. Some people, they say we are huffaz, we are teachers in this and teachers in this. So it's mentioned that you have to actually negate what you are to actually gain. And many of you have heard the famous story of Sayyidina Hazrat Abul Hasan Shazli Rahmatullah alayhi, when they visited their Murshid, and they were given similar advice when they went, just very briefly mentioned that they obviously were in search of a guide who would take them to the closeness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and guide them. And they went all the way, many of the brothers here have visited a high area in Morocco, in Tetouan, where they used to do their khalwa. So when they went actually to visit them, they were told to leave what they have at the bottom of the mountain. So they went and they left their surplus baggage or clothing, and then again they went and they were given the same advice, and they went again and left whatever they had to, almost everything they needed to. And then when it was mentioned again, they actually fell at the feet of the Blessed Murshid, and they said, Ya Sayyidi, you know better, I do not know. And what they mentioned in this meaning is, we meant leave all your preconceived ideas and knowledge, because how can one write on a slate that's already been written? So this is very important, that leave your preconceived ideas, negate them, obviously think that you have nothing, and then you will be the ones who will gain. So this mindset, and also really thinking that we are nothing, because eventually this path will lead you to us actually taking ourselves out of the equation. So at the moment, it might be myself thinking, oh, I am praying namaz, I am praying tahajjud, I am doing this good deed, which is obviously good to appreciate in that sense. But a person will eventually realize that this is the fazl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, favor. We are so limited that a person can't even breathe without the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So one breath comes in, if it doesn't come out, that's the end. That's how weak we are. So it's very important a person understands and humbles himself that really I am nothing, I don't have any knowledge, and it's really Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by His fazl and mercy, He's going to bless me in whichever way, and I will be satisfied with that. Our job is just try to make the effort. And inshallah, over the days, if we make the effort, you'll see, alhamdulillah, 95% of people, almost 98 last time I think, they did benefit and they did experience to a certain level. So we should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the bottom of our hearts that He's actually given us this opportunity. So let's make the most of this opportunity and utilize the time in the best and appropriate way, inshallah.
Brother Gulfan mentioned something very important, that we have to come with the right mindset. Some of you may have come because somebody brought you here, somebody told you, somebody forced you, Allahu alam. But if you don't have the right mindset, the right intention, then that will affect what you learn, that will affect what you take away with you. And come with the mindset that you've come to learn. And as Brother Gulfam said, these are very heavy, practical, intensive sessions. You haven't come here just to learn theory or just to take some knowledge away with you and for entertainment purposes. And just come with an empty mind, and just come with that sort of view that empty sort of glass that you've bought is going to be filled by the Mushayikh with something which you already don't know. And for the brothers who have been here before, I've had conversations with brothers who said, oh, I've already been, I don't need to go again. I can guarantee you the ones who've already been before, or the ones who have keep coming in again and again, always learn something new without a shadow of doubt, that which they've missed the first time around, or they've now come with a more mature sort of understanding and wisdom, and when they learn something new, they are able to interpret it and understand it differently. So for brothers who've been here before, this will reinforce and vastly improve what you already know or what you did not learn first time round. And for the new brothers, inshallah, again, come with that mindset that you're definitely going to learn and take something with you that will change your life, inshallah. As we've covered most of the housekeeping rules, and our next main session will be after Maghrib. What we'd like to do now is just go through the room. If myself or Brother Gulfam is going to go around with the microphone, and we're going to ask all the brothers just to very briefly introduce themselves for the benefit of everybody else in the group. Just tell us your name, where you come from, and is this your first time, and what do you want to learn and why you're here? Very briefly. And literally, this is what I call a 30, 40-second elevator pitch. Okay, so starting with the brother there.
Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Nabil Ahmed. I came from London. What's the next thing?
Why are you here?
To develop my connection with Allah, to strengthen my connection with Allah.
Okay, mashallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Wahid. I'm from Manchester, and again, just like the brother mentioned, I'm here for spiritual closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sufyan from Hyde, which is near Manchester. I'm here to take my namaz and my prayer to the next level and to improve my iman.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aziz Idrisi. I'm from Morocco. I came here to look for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and also to stay with the awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
MashaAllah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Azharul Islam. I'm from Birmingham. Have family in Manchester as well, and I've been staying with them for the last week. Alhamdulillah, the opportunity came to attend the spiritual retreat, so I've made the intention to come and benefit and get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
My name is Yassin Iqbal. I'm from Oldham. I came to here to purification my heart. Thank you.
Dr. Kamar from Birmingham. I'm here for spiritual gain and closeness with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Sorry, my name's Imran from London. I'm here to seek out the pleasure of Allah through the closeness of His blessed companions and to seek inspiration from them.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Taneem from London, and I benefited immensely from the etiquette program retreat. So I'm back here to solidify what was taught then, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aman Maroof. I'm here from Halifax. Just here to learn, I guess. I've never been to something like this before, so I'm interested to find out what it's about, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Muhammad Ali from Bradford. I'm here just to strengthen my connection with Allah. I did itikaf in Mecca, and that was amazing for me, so I think this is something similar, and I'm hopefully willing to learn a lot. Inshallah.
And to that new brother at the back in the corner.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Shafiq. I live in Bolton, just 5 minutes away from here. And this time round, I really don't have any expectations or any. I don't even know why I'm here. But the only thing I do know is I would rather be here than anywhere else in the world. I just couldn't help but to come. I've been to many retreats before, and I just couldn't help but to be here. So, you know, there is no better place to be. So, but I have no expectations. I've been to many before, and, you know, I've just come because I have to come. And so I would rather be here than anywhere else in the world. So that's the reason I'm here. And, you know, to be in the house of Allah Azza wa Jal, be in the company of the awliya, to be in the company, what better place can you find on the planet than that? So, you know, for once, I usually have lots of expectations and all sorts. But this time, I have no preconditions at all. I'm just here because I'm here, because by the fazl of Allah Azza wa Jal.
Brother Shafiq has done an itikaf this year in Jerusalem. Second time around, was it? MashaAllah.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Jabd Hussain. I'm from Ashton on the Line. I'm coming to just basically gain closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nasser Zaid from Oldham. Just come to better myself. Inshallah, see how it goes.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rauf. I was here for the itikaf. MashaAllah, it changed my life. I'm hoping to get even closer to Allah. May Allah change everyone's life through this retreat, inshallah. Ameen.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm from Huddersfield. I've been here before in month of Ramadan. I learned quite a bit of stuff then, so I've just come again to do the Trika Muhammadiyah course.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Khadam Hussain. I'm from Oldham, and I'm here for the prayer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fukar. I'm from Manchester. I'm here for closeness to Allah Pak.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My name is Salim. I'm here to seek Allah and the blessing through our beloved teacher.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Iqbal from Nelson. I'm actually here to learn the methodology, how to really look at the unveiling, how to travel in spiritually, because that's what this teacher teaches, and it's an opportunity which avails you. So I'm here to learn the methodology and try to practice that in my life, so that we can all travel what we read in the books. Here is an opportunity to really experience it.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Yusuf from Woking. I'm here to come more close to the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and also to bring something new with me, to learn something.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Rahman from Bolton. I've come here to gain closeness with Allah.
Assalamu alaikum. My name's Nasser. I'm here to take whatever I can get, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. My name's Hamza from Oldham, and I'm here to get close with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Assalamu alaikum. My name's Adil from Oldham, and I'm here to increase my iman, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Sohail, also from Oldham. I'm here to also get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
I think Oldham's got a big majority here today.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm also from Oldham. My name is Muhammad Shoaib, and I've come here to strengthen my iman, because I'm very weak in many aspects.
My name's Saif. I'm from Bolton. Come here for the pleasure of Allah.
Competition between Bolton and Oldham now, see who takes more numbers.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ibrahim, and I've come here to disconnect from the outside world and to focus on myself.
Assalamu alaikum. My name's Iyaz. I'm from Oldham. My cousin sent me the text about this retreat, and he said it'll be good for me, inshallah. I think my mother passed away recently, and I think that was the reason he thought that it'll help get over that, inshallah, because you realize I realized nothing's permanent apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's just I just felt it was the right thing to do. Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm from Oldham. My name is Jubaid Mia. I came to get closeness to Allah.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Alias from Malaysia. I come here to learn, to
be close to Allah Ta'ala and to get His pleasure. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ali. I'm from Halifax. And the reason I've come is to gain the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and also gain a better understanding of Tasawwuf, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Suleiman Nasir and I'm from Oldham as well. I'm here to gain something out of this retreat. I've heard it from Rauf Bhai and hopefully benefit from it.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. My name is Ahmed and I'm here to learn, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Tanveer. I'm from Shropshire. I'm seeking for forgiveness from Allah, to remain humble and to reach the maqam of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nasir Ahmad and I want to find the close love of Allah Azza wa Jal.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ali Anis. It's not the first time I'm here. I feel myself a lucky person being part of all this. Every time I come, I learn something new. Jazakallah khair. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name's Omar. I've just come to better myself.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Jaidur Rahman. I'm from Birmingham. I've come to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zain. I'm from Bolton. I've come to become a better person and a better Muslim, inshallah, and benefit from this amazing opportunity. Jazakallah khair.
Assalamu alaikum. My name's Hamza from Bolton. And what he said as well.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Ilyas from Maidenhead. I hope I can stay away from sins for a few days, inshallah.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। मैं उर्दू में बात कर सकता हूँ?
जी जी।
मेरा नाम मोहम्मद अतीक है। मैं मैनचेस्टर से हूँ और मेरी नीयत खालिसतन अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला के लिए है कि मैं यहाँ तमाम दोस्तों और साथियों के साथ मिल के अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला से सबसे पहले अपने पिछली ज़िंदगी की माफ़ी मांगूँ और उसके अलावा जो तरीक़ा समझाया जाए उस पर अमल करके अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला की कुर्बत को हासिल करने की कोशिश करूँ।
माशाल्लाह। Inshallah, we'll be joined very shortly by our teacher Sheikh Ahmed Dabag, and inshallah you'll get an opportunity to meet them now before Maghrib. Jazakallah for all the brothers. I think they've all covered. Jazakallah for that. It's always tough putting people on the spot, and it's always nice for the rest of us to hear where people have come from, what their backgrounds are, why they have come. And one of the things that I will add to that is myself personally, I've been coming for quite a few years, and this is like a personal development journey, and most people do not associate coming to the masjid as part of a personal development training program, but inshallah here you will see that this will surpass anything else that you've ever seen and experienced elsewhere. So without further ado, I'd like to hand over to our honorable teacher who will take over the session from here. Can I have the... Ji. Okay, so what we're going to do is, obviously the presentations and the discourses will be later. Now the purpose is just to meet the teacher. So if everybody can just line up on my left here, especially the brothers who've come for the first time and would like to meet the teacher. So the opportunity, just come and give salams. And as time is critical, obviously Maghrib is due very soon. If you give the opportunity for the new brothers first, please.